I'm Catherine Cassidy with Lifestyled, and I'm going to show you how to make a very quick and easy tiramisu where I've cut a few corners, but this recipe comes from something that's actually pretty gourmet. So, like I've always said, anyone can cook gourmet. To get started, I've already cut these are little madeleines, which are also delicious dipped in coffee, hence why they work so perfectly for tiramisu. So I've already cut them in half, and I'm just going to layer them in the bottom of my little dish. I've actually halved a recipe so I can make it a little bit more figure friendly as well, since as you know I'm also all about fitness. There's my first layer. Now this would actually be easier with a little pastry brush, but since I know not everyone has this, I'll show you how you can do it without. This is a half a cup of coffee with a fourth a cup of Kahlua. That's one of my favorite parts about tiramisu. It's a little bit decadent. So I'm just spooning it over so that the liquid is absorbed into the madeleines. I actually didn't have tiramisu for the first time until it was my 15th birthday. I went out to dinner with my family, and I don't know, I guess we always just had a special dinner at home, and my mom would always make my absolute favorite cheesecake recipe. So that was what I always had for my birthdays. But we went to an Italian restaurant, and I decided to be adventurous, as I always am with food, and try the tiramisu, and that became my second favorite birthday dessert. So, to be able to make this for yourself at home is amazing. Alright, so as I let that soak in a little bit, I'm going to start whipping up my mascarpone mix, which is that light, fluffy white part of the tiramisu. So I have already measured in a fourth cup of whipping cream. And I'm going to add 4 ounces of mascarpone and a fourth cup of sugar. If I can open the mascarpone. This is an 8-ounce container, so I'm just going to put in half of it. Maybe I should have opened it before I started this. I'll cheat with the knife. Mascarpone is basically a soft Italian cream cheese, so if you can't find mascarpone, you can substitute cream cheese. It's not exactly the same, but it'll do. Alright. We're going to blend it all together with our whisk, and this is my Cuisinart Smart Stick. I absolutely love this. It comes with all these different attachments. It makes my life so much easier. It's only $50. It's very fast. You can see it's starting to get a nice texture. You want to see this rich, silky texture. It's pretty good. Now I'm actually going to whip up some whipping cream to fold in to give it really that's what's going to give it its levity. And I'm making quite a mess, but you know what? That's okay. And that's why I'm okay with making the mess, because it did this so much more quickly than I could have with a whisk on my own or even a beater. There we go. And so now I combine the two mixtures. This was about 3/4 of a cup of whipping cream that I whipped up. You can see I'm just kind of folding it in, trying to be gentle. See, it's a good thing I have the recipe. There's plenty to share. I'm going to pour half of this over my madeleines. Spreading it out. I have to admit, I've been cooking so much that I didn't have any spatulas clean. So just another reason why you don't necessarily have to have all of the exact tools. Anyone can cook, and it's easy to modify. Get a little bit more in this corner. Now I will layer the rest of the madeleines on top. So perfect, cut in half, easy. And the rest of the Kahlua mixture. I don't like to skimp because I really like the coffee and Kahlua mixture. Soaking it up so nicely. Layer on the rest of the mascarpone mixture. See, look at how the Kahlua just kind of becomes part of the cake. The point is that this is going to be delicious. Now, final touch. This is a favorite of mine too, to be able to really easily add a nice little touch. If you just have a little bit of powdered sugar for any cake, just dust it on. I love these little tools. You can easily get one at, I think, Crate and Barrel for $10. Here we're going to use, I mixed a little bit of powdered sugar in with the cocoa powder that you traditionally know as part of your tiramisu. So it'll give a nice little sprinkling with it. And I just sift it on. You can see the little specks of white in there. Kind of gives it a little bit more depth. Kind of like the edges showing white, all the mascarpone. It doesn't have to be super tight. I want some more of that white to come through. There we go. And now you chill. 2 hours in the fridge at least, and if not longer, and enjoy. Thanks.